Welcome to another episode of Times Square Kung Fu. I am your host, Frankie Balboa, aka the Shogun Supreme, man. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the vibes. What's the vibes for today? I'm gonna be comparing the old Blu-ray of Dragons Forever from 88 Films with the new release they did on Blu-ray and 4K. I'm gonna be doing a picture comparison and also an audio breakdown because they killed it on the Admiral's track. Now, let's get into this picture comparison, yo. Y'all already know. Obviously, this video is in 1080p, not HDR, and those HDR screen caps is to give you guys an idea how it will look on your 4K Dolby Vision or HDR display. I put my monitor next to my TV with the screen caps because I have a Sony OLED to see how close it is, and it's pretty, it's pretty up there, it's pretty close. Again, this is just to give you guys a general idea how this release will look on 4K HDR, and trust me, the 4K HDR in this release is fantastic. The color, the sharpness, the grain, it knocks it out of the freaking park. What 88 did with this release, for me, it looks better than Police Story. Now the Blu-ray looks has the same color grading, but it's bright, while the old one has heavy contrast to it, little red here and there, but it looks good as well. Again, if you guys have the old Blu-ray, do you think it warrants an upgrade if you're only aiming for the Blu-ray release? I don't know, man. I think the old Blu-ray still holds up. That's my opinion, you know what I mean? But for me, what stands out about this release is the multi-channel mix. They did a phenomenal job on that, like seriously, man. And I want to break it down just now, all right? Now, this scene is to have me and my friend bugging, and we realize, okay, they're showing off with the surround sound. Shout out to my boy Lewis for letting me use his 7.2 channel setup for the sake of this video. On this scene, as you see in this freeze frame, when the machete gets tossed, it goes from the left channel, the left tower speaker, the left surround speaker to the back left surround sound speaker. Nice, smooth, and clean. We were like, holy hell, this is an old film doing the mix like that, and it doesn't even sound like they use new effects or anything. It sounds like the original effects are being used in this mix. Now, the next example I'm guys gonna show you, we were like, okay, they definitely showing off, man. You're about to hear it. Now, this was a scene where they said, yeah, we're gonna show off big time with this multi-channel mix. Me and my mans were losing our mind. When you see him shift left and right, there's a fight going on. But instead of hearing the fight in the front speakers, you hear it all the way in the back speakers going left surround, right surround. I was like, what? Why there's dialogue and other stuff going on in the front? I never heard an action film do something like this with, straight fists, not with guns or, explosions, but straight like a brawl happening in the back speakers while there's something happening in the front. And they shift back and forth doing that. Like, we were blown away, like, okay, you guys are showing off. And the next clip I'm about to show you guys, they do something similar again. Like, we were like, oh my Lord, man, they're definitely showing off. Now, this one was really dope. As you see her watering the plants, the sound is coming from the center channel, from the left tower and the right tower. And we were like, okay, that sounds nice and clean and all that. But when the camera shifts back to Sammo Hung, that sound, her holding the plant, goes to the back speakers. And I was like, okay, while you hear whatever he's doing, like the wind on his side from the front speakers and the center channel, and when it switch backs to her, it goes back and it's doing this constantly. Like, I was like shocked, like, wow, they definitely did an amazing job with this. I'm like, they're definitely showing off, man. So I'm totally satisfied with the sound, man, in this release, especially the multi-channel sound, man. Now, with that said, I'm about to wrap this video up. There you guys have it. I hope you guys found the video very informative, man. It was fun putting it together. It was fun rewatching this film in 4K Dolby Vision, hearing it on a 7.2 setup. Now, if you guys only have a 2.1 setup or even TV speakers, it still sounds fantastic. You still get to hear the layers of the sound and all that, but I highly recommend watching this film with headphones, a soundbar that has rear channel speakers, or even if you have a 7.2 setup, 9.2 or Atmos. It is a fantastic way to enjoy this film. It feels like I saw this film for the first time, the way it sounds on this release. But again, it sounds good with original audio anyway, you know what I mean? Some people are not into the whole surround sound thing, but for me, the way they did it, the way I explained it to you guys, it is one heck of an experience, and I'm looking forward to other studios to do a soundtrack like that for older films, because man, it just blew me away. It made me love the film even more than I loved it previously, man. And as always, guys, man, like, share, and subscribe, and until the next one, peace.